Hello guys, good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And I just want to pick some eggs here. You know, ducks do not love when they start laying eggs, somebody to touch their eggs. So apparently one of a stray dog came and it ate most of the eggs, and we found these three. They were just at the door here. So anytime a duck lays eggs and somebody touches the eggs, they always stop laying. And so it is now, I think, 5 days and it has not laid any egg. So I'm just checking to see if they're okay. So anytime you want to check if your egg is fresh, you just lift it up on a bright light or sun, and if it is clear inside, it means the egg is good. Or you can put your eggs in water. The ones that float means they are good. The one that sink means they are bad. So that is the easiest way to check if your egg is good for consumption or if it has spoiled. So I had we always remove the duck poop every time, and we keep in a bucket. It stays for 2 months or 1.5 months. Then it will be okay to be now spread in the farm. So that is manure now. After it stays for some time, it becomes manure. So that's what I'm applying in my spring onions. And because it is during the dry season, so that means today I'm going to do some little mulching to them and some other crops here. And before I head to the farm, I want to put these beans on fire. So I always prefer, when I'm boiling my beans, I use the pot because it makes the beans or any cereal boil faster because it is clay, so it retains a lot of heat. So that's what I'm using to boil our beans. These are beans that we harvested in our first season. We still have them. I harvested a little bit a lot of beans than this time round. So, and I do not sell my beans. So what I always do, I plant what I always consume. So I just want to boil them. As it boils, I'll be doing other things in the farm. And nowadays it is very hard to get the pot for preserving water, drinking water. It is very common here in the village, but most of the time the ones that I've been buying, they are always spoiled. So I haven't gotten another one. So I'm still looking for one to keep water, drinking water, because it is that water always tastes nice and it is very cold. And especially right now, because we are entering the dry season, it is very hot and very sunny. Here in our area, it becomes very hot during from December, January and February. It is very hot because we are near the lake. So I think that's the reason why it is very hot in this region. So we harvested these beans the other day, like 3 days ago. So my farm manager just hit the beans for me. So the husks, I just want to use them for mulching. I want to mulch most of my crops here. I think majority of them, the vegetables, these are the cucumbers, and then I will keep on mulching even the other vegetables, the collard greens that are behind the house. My son is helping me out, so he'll be going that direction, and then I'll be mulching at the front part of the garden. And mulching really helps right now because it is during the dry season, so it helps in maintaining the moisture on the ground. So anytime it rains, and today it seems like it is going to rain because the weather has really changed from nowhere. The sun is not too hot, so we are expecting some rain today. And anytime the moon comes out, the full moon comes out, we always expect some rain because we always say it washes the moon. So we're expecting some rain today. So I'm mulching the watermelon that are here. And then also I have some bell peppers that are here. I think like 2 bell peppers that I'm also mulching. The beauty about bell peppers, they grow for a long time. You can harvest your bell peppers for even 7 months. They grow like a tree. So that is the beauty about planting your bell peppers. You'll never lack even 1 or 2 for your meal. You remember the day I was planting these collard greens, and some of my subscribers were worried that I had planted a very big suckers. So the beauty about planting a suckers, a kale or collard greens, is they tend to withstand the hot weather, so they rarely die. So majority of the collards that I planted here, or sukuma wiki in our local language, that I planted here, they all survived. So mulching is the best thing you can do to them right now. Because one, during the dry season, the leaves tend to be very tough. So when you mulch, it helps with softening the leaves and also maintaining the temperature or the moisture on the ground, because here in our area it tends to be very hard, especially during the dry season. Our soil is very tough. It becomes very hard immediately the rain stops. So we are done with the majority of the husks. The only remaining ones that are here, I'm just going to pour them on the other. I think the ones that are remaining is the red onion. I'm going also to pour on the red onions, and I'll be done. So because it is a little bit windy today, I'll take advantage of that and winnow the beans. And let me just do some mulch for, I think here I have like 5 bell peppers, and they are really doing well. All of them survived, the ones that I planted the other time. So if you've been following me, I always plant my crops on rotation. So I always have very tiny ones, the ones that are shooting, some are I'm harvesting. So let me start winnowing, so that, because when you're harvesting beans, they're always dirty. When you see very clean beans in the market, they have undergone through this same process. So this is what we do, and most of the time the polished ones are very expensive, because there is a way that they do so that they keep them into the shelves for longer, and it's a way of preserving them for them. But for us here, we just preserve them the local way. Me, I have very big buckets that I put my beans, and then I cover it with a very tight lid, and it helps with preventing the weevils from coming in. And for the maize, I always use a sack that has 2 polythene bags inside, and it prevents weevils from surviving inside because of how air does not come inside the sack. So I've been trying to look for my mask. I can't find it, but I'm hopeful that I will not get some flu with this dirt, because beans create a lot of dirt, and most of the time you can even get sick because of this. So I tried to cover my hair, but for the mask I tried to look for it and I couldn't find it. But eventually I'm done with all the beans. The winds helped me out, and you see the weather has also changed. So today we are expecting some rain. I know that because even the clouds have started forming. So I'm done cleaning. Even I removed all the dirt from here. So this is the amount of beans that we've managed to get for second season. I could have gotten more if the rains rained during November. I think beginning of November and mid-November, I would have gotten some more beans. But this is just enough. As a farmer, any amount of crop that you get or harvest is just okay. So I'm just going to spread it up so that it dries well before I store it. So let me now go and check on our beans, and I think right now they are fully cooked because they have stayed in the fire for some time now, and this pot helps in cooking the beans faster, especially if you leave it like this or closed like this. They'll continue cooking for hours and it will remain even hot until even tomorrow. That's the beauty about this pot. So they are soft enough, and the beauty about these beans, they do not have a lot of gas. That's why you've not seen me cooking with a carrot. So I'm going to remove it. We are going to cook it with chapati in the evening. So we took lunch. I prepared very simple lunch, just spaghetti and beef. So right now it's around 4 p.m. I want to prepare, bake some cake with the eggs that we harvested, and I'm going to use 2 cups of flour, all purpose. I prefer using all purpose. There are some who use mandazi flour. It already has some baking powder in it, but I always prefer using all purpose because you're free to add the amount of baking powder that you want. So I'm adding 3 teaspoons of baking powder to our flour mixture before I add the second cup of flour, so that it mixes up well together. Then I'm going to add some sugar. So for sugar, it is your own preference. You can add a cup, half a cup, or you can also add 2 cups. It depends with your sweet tooth. So for me, I prefer just it to have very little, not very little, but a good amount of sugar. So I'm adding 3/4 cup of sugar, and then I'm going to mix them well, and then I'm going to add all the dry ingredients. So this is the cocoa powder. I did not I think the one that I have, it is not that one, the darker one, but the darker one is the best for making chocolate cake. So you can either use dark cocoa powder or coffee. You just boil coffee and then you get a very nice chocolate cake. I think I did a video once. The last dry ingredient is the strawberries. These ones I've harvested in the farm. They were little, they were like 5 strawberries. So I'm just going to add inside. And also because my essence, I do not have a lot of essence here. I haven't bought. So I'm done with the dry ingredients. Let's start with the wet ingredients. So I'm just going to use the 3 eggs. Sometimes I put a lot of eggs, like 7 eggs. But because dark eggs are always bigger, I'm going to just use these 3 and they're just fine. The 3 I'm not going to separate. Sometimes I separate, especially if you want to have that sponge cake. You separate the egg white and the yolk, and then you beat the egg white thoroughly until it forms peaks, and then you use it. But for me, I just want a simple normal cake. Today I've added 3/4 cup of oil, or you can add a cup of oil, it depends with you, and then a cup of milk. I'll add the remaining milk later on, then whisk. It's now time to mix the wet ingredient to the dry ingredients, and then mix them up all together, and then I'll get a very nice batter. The easiest way to check if your batter is fully mixed and it is okay is when you lift your spoon or the spatula, the mixture does not break in between. So that's when you know you have a very good batter mix. So if you have your essence here, you can add in between. So I'm just going to add the remaining strawberry. And then if you have vanilla, you can also add. Do not add your essence before beating them up. I always add it at the end of the mixture. And then put your mixture in your baking tin. I had prepared mine, and also I had preheated the oven earlier. You preheat your oven for 10 minutes before you put it in the oven. So I'm going to bake our cake for 45 minutes, but after 10 minutes you can open the oven and check if your cake has risen, or you can even peep and see if it has risen. If it hasn't risen, it means the heat inside is not supplying well. So just close it up. After a while you can check it up. It started raining, so it will be good for us to take some evening tea. So I'm going to check our cake. The smaller ones cook faster because they are small, of course, and the bigger one will take I think 5 minutes later. So I'm going to remove the smaller ones, then put the bigger one again in the oven for 5 minutes, and then come back again and remove it. cakey. So the smaller ones baked really nicely, so we are going to start with these ones. I always love these smaller ones because they always make very nice cupcakes. Even if I do not have the 2 cupcake tins, they remove the shape very nicely. So I'm just going to serve these ones we enjoy before the bigger one cooks. I hope I will not forget to check it out so that it doesn't burn. So the bigger cake is also cooked. I think I delayed a little bit, it almost burnt. So I'm going to remove it, then serve, then enjoy our evening tea with cake. So I hope you can also use this recipe to bake your own cake. I'll put all the ingredients in the description box. It is a very nice and moist cake, so you can also try it out. If you have some milk, you can pour the milk on top so that it can be also a little bit moist again. So I'm going also to serve mine with this one because the kids ate the other one, all of it. So let me serve. Ndio zilikuwa mbili. Mkiki anakaka na kaso. Bye. So that is it for us today here. If you have watched this video till the end, thank you so much. Be blessed. Please do not forget to like, comment, and also share the video, and always come back to watch my videos here. So that is it for us today. I will see you in my next video. It's bye bye.